guys, so today's video is gonna be a little different than my normal ones. I I heard the news just yesterday about Claire and about Claire Wineland, and it's been harder than I thought. I think that in a way, when I started watching her videos just 2 years ago, and I really just wanted, to see the best come from every situation, I think I just took it for granted that things could go south with everything lately. And the last update I really seen was a week ago, and I hadn't questioned that I hadn't seen anything lately, and I just assumed that everything went well. But I had a lot of I've been having a lot of trouble lately with my own inner problems, feeling lonely and depressed, and weirdly enough, I think that as much as I wanted the best for Claire, it seems like her passing and everything that happened makes me want to try harder for myself. And I don't think that that's unique. I think everybody feels that way. And I just feel like everything I've heard her say that made me feel better at the moment was like a band-aid in a way. And it wasn't her fault, it was mine. I took it as a band-aid as opposed to a call to action. And I think that looking at it as a call to action and not taking it for granted when someone's still around, I mean, you could say that's the good way to do it, but since death is inevitable in life, I guess, as long as you get it at some point in time in your life, and you get it, that it's time to do something and stop wasting your time feeling bad for yourself. Like she'd said people on both ends of the spectrum, people who try too hard and follow everything they're supposed to do, take their medications, do their therapy, and then, they still die. Or people who didn't do anything at all, they didn't take any of their medications, they would die. So on both ends of the spectrum, it didn't matter how much you tried or didn't try. It matters more that you have a reason to want to do it. To have a reason that surpasses just getting better. Because something that really stuck with me that she'd said in a talk was that I just watched today was that you don't want to wait to get better in order to start trying to make your life worthwhile. You should do it while you're getting better, while you're recovering. And that's hard because, what she had was a physical illness. And what I suffer from, and a lot of people suffer from, is emotional illnesses. And mine is anxiety and depression. And because it's not this physical thing, it's really hard to feel like I can follow that same rule. I know I've told myself a lot to the point where I feel like I almost use it as a crutch now, which I never intended to do. But I try to tell myself that I just need to give myself a break. I need to give myself more time because I'm too mentally unstable. I get too much anxiety that I won't be able to hold a job. But, I mean, I guess the same way she said she just, she keeps doing her treatments, everything she can. She did everything she could to maintain her chronic illness, physical illness. I guess the same just goes for emotional illness too, just do everything you can to maintain that emotional illness and then just continue on while you have it and don't wait. I hate journaling. I hate meditation or working out. And in the end, though, those are the things that I have to do. The same way she had to do breathing treatments. I'm going to have to do those things and just try to have a greater meaning behind doing it. So I'm not just either going at it full force and doing all of the things I can to help my anxiety, or not doing any of them at all, which I've done both of those things. So I know that my driving force for doing things like getting jobs I didn't like and things like that were knowing that I'd have the freedom to pursue what I really wanted to do. And those things were like the webcomic that I'm working on and the YouTube videos I'm making for Lolita fashion as well as for art. You know, teaching people how they can make webcomics and tell their stories, or showing people what I did when I owned Truly Darling, having, you know, showing people my take on what it's like to be in the Lolita fashion and how it doesn't have to be all negative, things like that. Mainly because I'm trying to tell myself that. I'm trying to turn it around in my own mind. And, you know, maybe that's a large part of it. You know, maybe Claire did a lot of those talks because she was trying to talk to herself, not just the audience. But I know that when I had that motivation to do things I didn't like so I could freely pursue the things that I felt would make my life worthwhile, I was happy. And it wasn't long that I was like that before life just came crashing down on me again. But I'm going to try to get to that place again and just try to remind myself that, you know, it'll be worth it. So, you know, try and remember that it's worth it. And if you don't believe me, you can watch some of her videos and see that she honestly believed that just living itself was worthwhile. Just living. You know, because she'd said at the end of one of her last videos that, you know, enjoy living your life because there are people out there that fight like hell for it. Just to live, I guess, you know? And that in and of itself, along with me taking for granted that she'd make it through the surgery, I took it for granted that she had to fight for her life all the time. And this isn't some video saying that, you know, my problems aren't as bad as hers. This is a video saying that if you have anxiety or depression or things like that, that they can be just as bad as a physical illness like cystic fibrosis. And perhaps looking at it in the way that she looked at it would be helpful, not just for people with cystic fibrosis, but for people with anything that hinders them in life, because it's evident that being just healthy, whether that's physically or mentally, is not enough to make a person happy. You know, that's something you got to pursue regardless of the pains and struggles and turmoil and all that stuff that life throws at you. So this is my video for today because I don't have a video for art. I've been slacking lately on getting the videos out. The last few weeks have been really hard. So this is just going to be my video for the day. And I didn't feel that it was right to dress up or anything like that. I'm just in my gym clothes, you know? And so I just thought that I'd put that out there. Just my thoughts. Not really anything that's scripted or thought out or anything really. Just, I felt I needed to get it out there. So, thanks for watching, guys, and please check out Claire and check out what she did, because if anything, that the whole story is worthwhile, even if she's gone now. If anything, it means more.